All right, everyone. Hello, welcome to 15 with Fallon. We have a great call for y'all today. So we have in the past, we've talked about some of the hurdles that we have as real estate professionals with, higher interest rates than people are used to, lower inventory. But us here in Louisiana, we actually have a third layer of this that we're kind of trying to navigate through, and that is high insurance premiums for homeowners insurance. I'm sure that you've probably dealt with this either personally or with a client where it's either very difficult to find insurance or the insurance that's available is very high. And sometimes high insurance premiums can knock a buyer out of the house being affordable. So they are not able to go ahead and purchase that home. So today I have two lovely ladies. This is Jennifer and Haley. Hello, Jennifer and Haley. How are y'all today?
Hello,
Hi,
good.
great. How are you?
Good, good. So Jennifer and Haley are the owners of Infinite Consulting Solutions. They have been in the roofing industry for 7 years, and they're actually the preferred consultant for different shingle companies in the area. So they're here today to talk to us a little bit about how homeowners insurance and the age and condition of the roof actually are correlated. So Jennifer and Haley, if y'all could kind of give us a little bit of information about that and how that does affect our insurance premiums here in Louisiana.
Okay. Well, first of all, hello. Thanks for your time today. So everyone's aware since Ida that we've had some insurance companies pull out and some that are honing in on what they want to write and what they don't want to write. And so far, we've seen that the roof age is the number one factor. So we've been getting a lot of calls on, hey, my roof's over 10 years old. I can't find coverage. Help me. I need a roof. So that's where we are today. Roof being the number one factor in your premiums.
Exactly. So I'm sure y'all have been getting a lot of calls lately for quotes and such to try to make some of these deals happen. And if you've ever, if you're an agent and you have worked with me on any deals, you'll know that before you go under contract, I'll say, let me get you an insurance quote. And one of the questions I always ask is, how old is the roof? It is so important. And also, I know that y'all were telling me about the insurance companies and how they are, why is the roof so important? Because I know that is usually what causes the majority of the damage when there is damage, correct?
Correct. Well, the roof is important. It's because it prevents any of the outside elements from reaching the interior of your home. So if your roof is not sealed in properly, if you have a hurricane come through or high winds, then you have water intrusion. And once you have water intrusion, then you have it in your insulation, then you have it in your in your walls and your sheetrock, and now we're talking about water mitigation, and then that's when things start to get very expensive.
Gotcha. So what do you find in your profession? Can you see what the insurance commission is possibly doing to help this problem? I know that they are making some moves here, and I guess you can kind of talk about that.
Yeah, well, there's a grant going on right now. There is a program called Fortified Home. So you're going to be starting to hear a lot more about that program on the news and just everywhere in general. Fortified Home is already and has been big for years in Alabama and Mississippi, and it's finally trickling down to us. But basically, Fortified Home is a standard. So the fortified standard, it can be a whole home or a roof. In our case, around here, it's mostly now just the roof is able to be fortified. And what that does is it's an installation process that exceeds code. And during your roof installation, you have a fortified evaluator, so someone that's trained by Fortified to make sure your roof is meeting all of the standards. Number one being a completely sealed roof deck. We use something called ice and water. It's typically in the valleys where some water can build up. Well, now it's over the whole roof. certain nails, certain spacing, all things that we have been trained on. We are fortified certified. You can go to the fortified website. We can send you that info and you can look at evaluators, contractors. You can also see on our website the link to show the difference between a regular roof and a fortified roof and how it stands up to a hurricane. So, like I said, circling back around to fortified is going to be the new standard, and it's going to be what's expected of roofs. People are going to only want to buy homes with fortified roofs. It's up and coming. And so the grant, Louisiana has put out, they've designated about 40 to 60 million dollars. The number was still up in the air, but to bring insurance carriers back into Louisiana. So that's where some of that grant money has gone, because they're wanting homeowners to fortify their roofs so insurance carriers feel more comfortable writing their homes.
That is fantastic. And yes, like you said, this is something that has been available in other states, but it is pretty new to Louisiana. And what I'll also do too, guys, is I will put the links that she just mentioned on the website, 15withfallon.com. I'll put that on there so you're able to go and check these out. There is a very interesting video of a side-by-side roof with hurricane force winds and how the fortified actually holds up so much better to the other. So definitely something to go and check out. So I'll put those links in. So also, I know that with these roofs, there's going to come possible discounts on the insurance. So tell us a little bit about that. How does that play a part?
So regardless if you qualify for the grant money, anytime you get a fortified roof, you will receive insurance discounts on your premiums. And this is because fortified roofs were created from our insurance companies. They're the ones that got together and pulled engineering, decided, hey, what code is necessary for a roof to make it through a natural disaster? So they deemed that fortified roof is the code so that your roof can make it through a natural disaster. Now, with that said, if you get the fortified roof, it states on the fortified website that you could get up to 20% discount on your premiums. And of course, that's going to vary on your home and what insurance carrier, but it is a significant savings.
Okay. Yeah, no, that is excellent, because guys, and as real estate agents, you know, the insurance premiums have such a huge part in your buyer's entire experience. So this is something that even if they're not ready to put a new roof on the house, this is something that is good for you to know, so you know what those options are. And as collectively, as real estate professionals, the more fortified roofs and fortified homes that we get in the area, the better it will be going forward for everyone. Because again, right now it sounds like the insurance companies are a little bit hesitant to jump in because of the money that has been put out in recent years through recent hurricanes. So this is a great opportunity for us to start growing the fortified world, I guess you could say, and just make sure that there is more I guess acceptance in Louisiana. Because I mean, luckily, let's knock on wood, we're doing all right so far this year, but we are going to have hurricanes. It's just the nature of the beast down here. So the best thing that you can do is protect yourself. And because roofs obviously play such a huge role in how an insurance carrier will quote you, we need to just be as up to date as possible on the knowledge. And I do see that there's a question here about the link. I am going to, it's 15 with Fallon. You spell out the word 15 with Fallon, F-A-L-E-N. I'll put it in the chat too. And I'll reach out to y'all after this. You will get a recording of this call. So you can go back, you can refer back to it. And it'll also have the website information in it. So don't worry, we're definitely going to get you that information. If you do have any other questions, please go ahead and put that in the chat right now. Jennifer and Haley will be more than happy to kind of go through that. Did we talk a little bit about the difference in pricing? Because from what I understand, it's really not that much of a difference in pricing to put the fortified roof for the savings that you end up receiving over
Right.
a time period, correct?
There's a lot of different things to weigh on your savings. One is getting a fortified roof does cost more because of the additional labor and materials, but you're also saving up to 20% in your premium, and you're going to make that money back. So, I mean, I would say probably make it back within a few years.
Yeah, and just the peace of mind of knowing your house is good and sealed in, but yeah, it just depends on the house and the roof size, but I would say around 25% more.
Probably
Yeah.
something like that.
Around typically 25% more than your standard roof cost.
Right. And the benefits of getting a fortified roof is going to be one, peace of mind, because if a hurricane comes through and you have a fortified roof and your neighbor doesn't have a fortified roof, they will most likely, if their roof is ripped off, they're going to have to find another place to stay. As a fortified roof, the goal is that you can still live in your home and repair the roof if you have a few shingles that are missing.
Yeah.
So, and that's why it's less risk for the insurance company to come in and cover you, because it's going to cost them 80% less to make you whole again, which is the whole purpose of insurance, is they need to make you whole again if they write you a policy. So peace of mind, you will save money on your premiums. You'll save money in case of a disaster. And we're in Louisiana, and anyone that is a native Louisianian knows that there's been quite a few disasters that's come through. So there's that.
This is true. This is true, but we love Louisiana, and we this is where we want to be. But this is absolutely fantastic information. And guys, as agents too, use this to your benefit. Like we said, familiarize yourself with it. Make sure that your buyers know it's an option. Make sure that if you have a listing, as I've seen that a lot of these listings that have roofs that need to be replaced, they're sitting on the market for a while, usually due to the fact that they'll need a new roof, which is something that buyers don't want to deal with as soon as they jump into a house, but also because it's possible that the buyer may not be able to get the coverage that they need to purchase that house. So talk to your sellers if you have a listing. But this can also be a really great touch point for some of your past clients, because like we talked about before, this grant situation, if there was a client that maybe purchased a home that in the next few years they were going to need, or they were going to start thinking about a new roof, this could be something that you bring up to them, and they could at least weigh the options of the two. And again, it gets you that one more touch to get back in front of your clients and let them know that you're thinking about them, let them know that you are the professional. And if they have any questions, they're going to reach out to you. And then if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me or Jennifer and Haley, because they are absolutely fantastic at what they do. They do have a very unique business model. I don't know if y'all want to go into that at all, but not only do they do fortified, they do regular roofing as well. So if you ever need, if you have questions or need any quotes, please reach out to them. You guys want to kind of explain the consulting part?
Yeah, just to touch on that, we are roofing consultants, as you can see, versus typically what you hear is roofing contractors. So working as consultants and the way our business model works does allow us to save our clients around 25 to 30% on a new roof installation. So again, we'll be happy to explain more about that process. I'm sure it's something you probably haven't heard before, but we're happy to be the first ones doing it. And again, so we're roofing consultants, still getting all the same products, warranties, and service as you'd get as a contractor. But again, our model is a little different, and it allows us to save our clients thousands of dollars. So
yes, and
this
you can also
big
go
for us right now.
Yes, it's very important right now. And you can also go to getmeafortifiedroof.com if you want to send that link to, because you guys aren't, you're realtors. That's what you need to focus on. You're not roofers. No one expects you to know the roofing game. So if you want to send the link, getmeafortifiedroof.com to your client so that they can actually visualize and see what the difference is between a fortified roof and a non-fortified roof, that would help them. And it also would help you to take a quick look. And then other than that, our new concept, if you just have a client that's like, hey, I want to just sell this house with a new roof so that it can be covered, but I don't want to spend the extra money on fortified, we can also help them as well.
And there's been a lot of situations that the seller is willing to replace the roof, and the buyer is like, you know what? I'd like to pay that difference to upgrade to the fortified, because they know in the long run they're going to make that money back in savings very, very easily. So just some different options for you guys to throw around. Again, their company, Jennifer and Haley's company, is Infinite Consulting Solutions. And we are going to send out the link to the video that they just spoke about. Do we have some of the grant information? Do we have that?
I can send you that website as well.
Or something.
Yeah.
We'll get you that website, and also some information that we talked about today. That will be sent out right after the call. Were there any other questions that we could go through with y'all today? I know we're a little over that 15-minute mark, but I really appreciate you guys staying in there with us. Oh wait, I have a Barbara. Barbara, was that your questions that you had wanted to ask about the contact information? She raised her hand. I'm just okay, I'll get with you, Barbara, after the call, and we'll make sure that you're set and ready to go. But again, thank you guys so much for being on with us. Again, this is Infinite Consulting Solutions, Jennifer and Haley. They are fantastic, and they are here to help you guys. If y'all have any questions, please feel free to reach out to either of us. And until next time, we will see you. Have a great rest of your week.
Bye. Thanks.